everybody, my name is Addis Baruch, and we are here in Greenville, Mississippi with the Irritated Genie of Southeast, and he's here and he will be speaking on Black Love, and Black Love is a revolutionary act tomorrow, April 2nd at the Black Love Day celebration. So tell us a little bit about how you got interested in finding about Black love and Black people.
Well, first, of course, I have my mother, who I love very much, who was the one that brought me here. And I just, over the years, having studied our people and our history, what we found is that the real centerpiece of our race is the love between the black man and the black woman. And particularly in the time that we're living in today, a lot of different people have decided that that's not the best thing for us as a race of people. But the problem with that is that the only way to produce a black person is with a black man and a black woman coming together and making a decision that that's what they want to do. They want to work to build a strong, healthy family. And that's where many of us come out of, and more of us need to come out of. And so I think it's just imperative at this time that we go back to what our ancestors did and remember the beauty of the black family and the relationship between the black man and woman.
Okay. And also we're going to be honoring Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, and she wrote the ISIS papers talking about white racism and white supremacy. So I wanted to know, have you done any research on her, and if you have, what do you like most about her? What do you find most inspirational?
I started actually studying Dr. Frances Cress Welsing between 8 and 12 years old. There's a program our brother named Listerville Middleton called For the People, and it was foundational in my growth and development. In fact, I would say in terms of women in this movement, she is most responsible for the development of myself and determining the fact that I realized that we're in a war for our survival. As black people, it's not a large number of people that aren't black trying to help us continue our race. But there are a lot of people out there that don't want to see us flourish. And what I like most about her is that she told the truth. Despite the fact that it's not what a lot of people want to hear, she was willing to tell us that there's two sides of a chessboard. There's a white side and a black side. And that we need to understand racism and white supremacy to understand that the white side does not want the black side to win. And she told us that we should win. And so that's what Black Love is all about. Realizing that as a race, we're the only people who are going to be responsible for helping our people move forward into the future. And that's our responsibility.
So when you go out and you present this information to different audiences, does most of that information stem from your curiosity, your observations, or does it stem from books you've read, from other people who have studied the same?
It's all of the above. My life is completely dedicated to the survival and the development of African people. So from book reading to my own personal experiences, the mistakes that I've made, the challenges I faced, the successes I've had, everything that I've seen, all of that goes into what I share with my people.
Okay. And what do you think is the most special thing that you've shared with the black community so far?
That's a tough one. The thing, I can't say that because everybody that I talk to, we do so many different lectures on different topics. Depending on what a person is closest to is which one will move them the most. What I will say is the one that means the most to me is I feel like we found out and shared some foundational and revolutionary perspective on the crisis of sexual abuse of black children in the whole world, really, and in particular in America. And we focused on trying to engineer the process of removing child sexual abuse from the black community. And to me, as someone who never experienced that kind of abuse, I can't imagine who I would have been if I had to deal with day to day trying to overcome and someone done that to me as a child. And I believe that as men in particular, it is our responsibility to give the gift of safety, sexual safety and security to our children. And so I think that focusing on that and letting our people know how important it is to protect our children from child sexual abuse and the damaging impact it has on our relationships, men with women, with children, and all of the above. I think that's the thing that means the most to me that I've been able to share with our people.
Okay. And aside from Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, who else do you find inspirational?
Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Brother Ashra Kwesi, Brother Marcus Wazai Garvey, and my all-time, if you want to say that like that, favorite ancestor, Nat Turner. The Honorable Nat Turner.
Have you been to Africa?
I have.
Where have you traveled?
I've been to Kemet, which we call Egypt now. I've been there 7 times. I've been to Ethiopia twice. I've been to Senegal, Ghana, and Uganda 4 or 5 times.
Just curious, what did you visit? Where did you visit in Ethiopia?
In Ethiopia, I went to Addis Ababa, then I went to Bahadar, then I went to Jinka. Jinka is a region of Ethiopia that black people in Ethiopia never heard of. And we met some groups, the Hammer, the Bume. We met a group called the Musi. I mean, we met some African people who are living the way they lived 1,000 years ago. And it was...
and those are in the highlands?
No, these weren't the highlands. This is southern Ethiopia. This is like... This is part of Ethiopia that no one talks about.
Okay.
So this is like when you go to National Geographic, you see some of those people. We met some groups you don't even see in National Geographic.
Wow.
Yes.
That must have been really special. So, what was your favorite place to visit in Egypt? Or Kemet?
My favorite place in Kemet is when we go to the last place we fly into Abu Simbel. Because when we go to the temple, you see the temple of Ursamat, Rasa Tepera, Ramesu Mariaman, and he made sure that his wife's temple was the same size. They're carved into the mountain. And you see his wife's temple and his temple equal size, carved into a mountain, because he wanted to be with her through eternity. So even in his physical leaving, he said, I don't ever want to be a time where I'm not next to my wife. And it's just, when you go around that corner and the sun is rising, it's like, to see African people build something like this, it's just nothing that words can really describe.
How would you say that you felt after you left each trip? Did you learn anything new? Did you feel anything different?
Each time I went, I learned something that became foundational in the person I am today. Something like that completely was a watershed moment in terms of understanding the world. Because our ancestors left us the answers we need in picture format. All we have to do is be able to detox from our self-hatred and the way we see the world today, and be able to decipher it, because it's right there in pictures. I mean, it's easy to understand. And once you see it and begin to understand it, everything we're dealing with today, our ancestors gave us an answer of how to deal with it.
And closing out, what is the message that you would like to leave with the city of Greenville?
With Greenville, I want Greenville to understand that, one, I feel honored and proud to be in a place where black people are running your own town. Y'all treating us so wonderful down here. I'm scared to bring my wife down here because I know she's not going to want to leave. And don't y'all be trying to keep her down here because we got work to do up there too. But I want to say that we appreciate you inviting us, and we want to leave you knowing that you're doing the right thing. Every black man out there that's picked a black woman to be a wife, every sister that's picked a black man or allowed a brother to pick you and you said yes to be a husband and building a family, you're doing the right thing. And please continue to do that, because that's what makes our race beautiful.
All right, and we would like to thank you for coming down and blessing us with all this knowledge that we're going to get a chance to learn on tomorrow at the Black Day celebration. Again, that's from 9 until 5.
That's on Saturday.
Yes, it's going to be tomorrow. We're going to have the lecture by Irritated Genie.
Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Tomorrow is Saturday. Well,
No,
tomorrow's Friday.
Okay.
Saturday.
Well, you're right. It's Saturday. Sorry, people. It's going to be Saturday. He's going to do his lecture from 9 to 11. Then we're going to have the all-day events from 12 until 5. And please come out to the banquet as well. That starts at 7 and that'll end at 9. So come with us to the Black Day celebration, and you'll also get a chance to meet this wonderful man. So
And my wife.
And his wife. All right. Thank you.